Crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Portugal go for this lineup. Rui Patricio keeps goal. Ricardo Carvalho, Bruno Alves, Vieirinha, Eliseu, Thiago, Fabio Coentrão. Danny tasked with leading the line. Things underway. And that will sail harmlessly past.
That's a pretty powerful effort because he really got hold of that one, but he's not going to trouble the keeper from there.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
The defence was made to look vulnerable there. They simply had no answer for that trickery.
Oh look, they've started with such intensity, but maybe they just need to add a little composure to their finishing. You know, it's the only thing that's missing so far.
So what now? Nani, he's away! That is wayward.
Yeah, with him being under pressure from a couple of opponents, I thought he showed real determination to get some sort of attempted goal, and we have to give him credit at least for that.
Well, this has been an aggressive attacking start from them. They've been very much on the front foot, and if they maintain this pressure, it's looking very good for them.
Now the pass. Swept in. Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Danny plays it out to the flank. Both sides a bit lacking in intent. Looking to force his way through. Tries to dink it in. The shot's on! Saved only by poor finishing.
Look, they haven't had that many shooting opportunities against this defence, but along with some patience now, they need to find a bit more invention and craft.
Oh, this has been such a positive approach from them in the early part of this game. Everybody is programmed to get forward, and despite a couple of failed attempts, they are the better side.
That's good intervention. Things could have got far worse than that. João Moutinho plays it short. Thiago into opposition territory. Cristiano Ronaldo gets flagged offside. Has got good distance on that. Goes direct to the front line. Danny. Lovely feet. Can he find a finish now? It's Danny! That really should have hit the net.
Well, there's no messing about with this fella, is there? Just went straight down the middle. If only he could have applied the finish with the same conviction.
Shots on! Nani. That's gone a long way up and away. Tries a through ball. It's out for a goal kick. Upfield. Ball's out on the left now. Passes it through. And he's onside. Can he deliver? Played into the middle. He's through the middle. And shoots! And he's done it! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
The romantic feel of a potential upset, but it is far too early to get carried away yet. Portugal are already chasing the game.
Well, it can be very hard to regroup and work your way back into the match, but they've got time.
himself at it. Well, that's where he wants it. This has gone, that's foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Out wide to the right. Plays a clever pass. Looks like a good ball through. Has he found his man? Well positioned to make that interception. And he's being judged offside.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there, didn't even give him the space or the room to turn, and I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Another throw-in. Rui Patricio deals with it effortlessly. Fine defending there. Chance! Chance to shoot! That's a foul, it could be a penalty. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's a good-looking cross. The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Up for the header! And in again! It's come loose. And a second time! Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Plays it out to the wing. Looks to slip it through. Tries a through ball. Long and forward.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there, didn't even give him the space or the room to turn, and I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
With a delicate ball, here it comes. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Thiago doing well down the left. Now, what are his options? Thiago, good run. Where to from here? Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Out to the left it goes. Now the pass. And the flag has stayed down.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Oh, that's great stuff. Exactly what he's all about.
He's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that.
Danny. Played out to the wing. Now here's the through ball. And the ball is out of play. Passes it through. Chance! Is it in? No mistake! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Well, he's got the result there, but you really have to question that defence, or lack of it.
Portugal concede again. They have been rocked to the core. Another piece of really good defending. Eliseu with a good steal, well played. Fine defending there. Decent progress down the left. Aim forward. Can he score? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
I think there's always that danger that the defence can get exploited in that way. That must have served as a real wake-up call to them.
Oh, you could tell he really wanted that.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he can make...
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. He's putting on a show here, I think.
Well, he's certainly a player I'd be more than happy to watch. Tactically, he's almost impossible to stop.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Looks like a good ball through. Fabio Coenchao positions himself well and cuts it out. Promising cross. It'll be a throw-in. What a corner. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Cristiano Ronaldo, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Tries a through ball, and that'll go straight through to the keeper. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Portugal can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Vieirinha takes control of it and he's on the move.
Well, what we're seeing here is a recipe for winding up your supporters. They're over-elaborating on the ball when someone should be taking responsibility to release it forward. You can sense the frustration all around.
Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Forceful run down the right, but he's short of options now. Portugal in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Another piece of really good defending. Dashing forward at pace. Cristiano Ronaldo. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. It's a loose ball. Throw in. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's through on goal. Plays it out to the wing. Flags up. Ricardo Carvalho. Ball's gone out of play. Looks to slip it through. What an adventurous run from a defender. Great leap! Good delivery, no joy.
Yeah, and it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
Oh, it's opened up nicely for him.
No, poor contact, nothing on the shot. Well, he was so quick to respond to that, almost made it count. Great opportunity.
Fine defending there. First half is done.
Caros jogadores, tenham atenção que apenas é permitido fumar nas áreas indicadas no destaque. Muito obrigado.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done. But that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Play for a throw. Ball's out, it'll be a throw in again. Ball's out once more. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Still on the right now, what's on? Oh, he's come up against a brick wall there. Boots it upfield. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Fabio Coentrao. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Forward it goes. Has gone out. Not going to go down too well with his teammates. Vieirinha goes the route one option, cuts it out. Now for a throw. Whipped in. Another piece of really good defending. Tries to stroke it through. Gets into some space. That's the throw. Fine defending there. Pumps it forwards. Ball is over the line. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Fabio Coentrao puts his foot on the gas. Another piece of really good defending. And he's there to hoof it away. Fine defending there. Hoofs it forward. And he's there to cut it out. Goal! Whistle goes, he's been given offside. Fabio Coentrao looking to penetrate opposition lines. Just too high.
Well, as they say, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. But from that range, accuracy and power are the key ingredients. That's what's needed now.
They must set the right tone now and give themselves a foothold to get back into this. The next goal is key, and they've got to show the hunger and desire to score it.
They've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Fine defending there. Now the pass, played out wide. Eliseu tries running with the ball at his feet. Passes it through. Another piece of really good defending. Portugal get dipped into their subs. Eliseu is making a foray down the right. Bruno Alves. They really are proving themselves to be solid all over the field. Fine defending there. Another piece of really good defending. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And that's another throw. Another piece of really good defending. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Demanding a quick ball here. Vieirinha. Thiago. Thiago, walk forward. What does he try from here? Spoon forward. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Vieirinha battling down that right flank. At all, really. He's given away possession cheaply. Must score! Ball's loose, who's getting there? Danger averted for now.
They may well get a bit more joy down the flanks. They'll certainly find more space out there.
Fine defending there. It's a long forward pass. poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gets it upfield. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Looking to hit the front line. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
And if they don't get the job done from here, he'll look back on that moment and know he should have made it a 3-goal cushion. Should have finished things off.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, there's no doubt that the whole team revolves around him now. He leads by example, and he's become the main pivot. Cracking player.
Tries a long pass towards the front. How about it? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Eliseu. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Another piece of really good defending. Well, that's where he wants it. Face to face with the keeper. They are running riot! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Oh, he's come up against a brick wall there. Vieirinha does well there, alert. Vieirinha conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Pumps it upfield. That's a throw. Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Has a swing at it! It's there!
Unbelievable.
They are running riot here! He was so alert to the possibilities there, great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
Another piece of really good defending. Eliseu brings the ball forward. Eliseu! He's put his foot right through that one.
He did so well to exploit the space down the middle there. That gave him a clean run through on the opposition goal. Can admit to being second best so far. They've not looked together enough, and concentration levels are well down on the standard we expect.
Progress is made on the ball. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Played out to the right. It's a brilliant interception. It's over the line, and it is a corner. Gets up to head it! So the play, and it is a goal kick.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh, good interception. Fine defending there. Who's going to make this theirs? And he's cut it out. The movement looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Oh, he's come up against a brick wall there. Aimed long and direct. Vieirinha tries to get it forward quickly. Spoon forward. Another piece of really good defending. Vieirinha, it's a loose ball. Vieirinha, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
And at times there, it looked as if a couple of those defenders were reluctant to stick a leg out in case he went down, but it was a positive, daring run, which is always good to see.
defending there. And that will be the final act. Portugal well beaten. There's no spinning this result. It could have been a whole lot worse. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
This was simply a very indecisive outing for me. They were knocked out of their shape by a tenacious opponent, and once their confidence dropped, they struggled to come up with ideas.
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day. We're underway. Thiago going full tilt down the left. Out of play for a goal kick. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Ball's come loose and the chase is on. And it's another assault on goal. And he's through on goal. He's delivered all right. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Well, although the keeper looked an imposing figure then, he remained totally unfazed and took the chance with great ease.
Quite dramatic opening, an early tale of the unexpected. Has a hit! It's there! And with the match still in its infancy, they are easing away. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
It is 2 now, and the shock is very much on. Thiago. You can get that clear. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
Fabio Coenchao picks it up from the goal kick. So what now? Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Brings it forward. Oh, that's a real stopper. He's put an end to the threat. Is on the back foot. That's a throw. Dinks one in. And the finish! They are running riot!
Unbelievable.
And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Look, volleys can be worked on and improvements can be made, but in the moment it takes timing and balance to catch the perfect spot on the ball to produce brilliance like that. That is absolutely magnificent.
Without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Danny. Portugal are 3 down after a calamitous start. Plays it over to the other flank. Both sides a bit lacking in intent.
He's missed it.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? And the counter is on. Thiago. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Okay, they've got nothing to show for it, but that was a really incisive counter-attack, and it's hard to defend against that type of breakaway.
Portugal can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. You can just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Portugal desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. Coentrão. Chance! Has a pop! Saved only by poor finishing.
Well, that's the kind of break that can do a lot of damage. It just lacked the finish to be a great counter-attacking strike. It was so direct.
Ricardo Carvalho did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Carvalho looking to force his way through. Ricardo Carvalho plays it backwards and they'll try again. This borders on unbelievable. It's a staggering scoreline. Cristiano Ronaldo, and with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
He did so well to exploit the space down the middle there. That gave him a clean run through on the opposition goal.
Looks to slip it through, gets into some space. It's a loose ball, now the cross. This could fall anywhere! Danny is leading the charge, but he's having to go it alone. Run he's making on the right, dashing forward at pace.
Well, I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
Danny. side really getting hold of the ball. Thiago with a good steal, well played. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, crossbar! No, not quite.
OK, they've got nothing to show for it, but that was a really incisive counter-attack, and it's hard to defend against that type of breakaway.
And he's cut it out. How about it? He has done it! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
I think when you concede a goal like that, the manager has to start questioning his personnel, because to allow someone into that position, totally unmarked, I think that's reckless in the extreme, I really do.
He's away! A chance! And shoots! It's in!
Devastating. I mean, that's the only word you can use to describe that. That kind of breaking power is absolutely devastating. That was fantastic to watch.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Ups it towards the front. sides a bit too casual in possession. Bit of possession this, but very little to show for it. Oh, they can break here. Danny has put a stop to that. The defence can get it clear. Decent progress down the left. Lofted into the middle. Tries a header! It's a long ball, but it's not hit its target. Ball swung in. He's a clever pass, and he's missed it.
I think he's done very well to get into such a good position in front of goal, but he just couldn't put in the telling touch.
It so nearly came off for him.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.